Welcome back to the Annapolis Yacht Club Wednesday night races. I'm Dave Gindel from T2P TV. Thanks for joining us. Nice southeasterly breeze setting up tonight. We're in the starting area for race 2 of Series 2. Hey, some of you are probably wondering where Ashley Love has been. We've got an update.
So I'm traveling all over the place. Started in Paris and now I'm in Amsterdam, and I'm currently standing at the NDSM Pier, which is where a whole bunch of artists took over a old shipyard, made some homes and condos out of the shipping containers and their studios, and they live out here and just create, and there's just so much space to do whatever they need to do. It is such a cool experience. It took a free ferry to get over here, and bikes and all. I mean, Amsterdam is the most bike-friendly place ever. And taking home a bell, because that's what you do, right? You get something that is quintessential Amsterdam. I thought about bringing home some tulip bulbs, but then remembered that I have to go through US Customs, so decided maybe not. But anyway, that's what's up. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Wednesday night race tonight, and I'll be back before you know it.
Lining up for the first start of the night in this southeasterly breeze. It is a jam scene here on the stern of the committee boat.
Oh, Corey Bantic. What do you think, Dave?
Tough one. I think we better keep an eye on everybody here. A couple boats going back.
Oh.
3 boats OCS. Dark Horse clearing themselves. Corey Bantic heading back to clear themselves. So lining up for the second start of the evening, let's go back to that first start. It was a little wild and woolly there at the committee boat end. There were actually Endorphin, Mumbles, and Seabiscuit over early. I thought originally it was Corey Bantic, but they were doing penalty turns, so what a wild scene. Things are a little more organized here for the second start of the evening, but everybody wants the boat end on starboard. This opening leg's almost all starboard, so getting and holding a lane here is everything, and it's quite challenging, especially in these one design classes. Once again, for the J105s, the boat end is the place to be, and man, it is a jam up. We're about 15 seconds from the start here.
Are you sure about that? What I'm looking at, I don't think that's the place to be.
It's the most popular spot in Annapolis.
People yelling and screaming.
There's a start. Yeah, plenty of people letting their opinions be known here. I do like, down where Better Mousetrap is, Bruce, really stayed away from the fray. They've got a nice lane and they're poking their bow out. I actually like that start. So Frederick Salveson, Cedric Lewis, and the Mirage team were among the boats that were in that tangle there on the boat end. They just had to do a clearing tack to get up on the hip of all the starboard tackers. This opening leg is about 80% starboard tack, and keeping a clear lane is everything. We've made our way out to the first turning mark just off Chesapeake Harbor, where it's a 90-degree turn to a long starboard reach. We've stayed with the J105 class here in the early stages of the race, and after that scene at the starting line, I mean, why not? These guys always put on a great show. Crescendo rounds first. As these guys made their way up the first leg, there were really 2 packs. There were the folks that started at the boat and were all tangled up, really on the starboard side, trying to fight for clearing lanes, etc., the whole way up. And then there was the folks that started halfway down the line in relative peace. They seem to be the ones that really made out here. So it's Crescendo, followed by Inigo, followed by your race 1 winner, Bat 4. Nice look at the Mirage team, who have recovered very well from a fairly average start. Nice and calm and steady, picking off boats.
Still really tight, huh, Dave?
Yeah, what's interesting here, Bruce, is that some of the top boats in the class were caught up there in that mess at the starting line, and you can really see a difference in boat speed here, and they're picking their way through the fleet, making their way out towards Hackett's in the next turning mark. Doghouse is one of those that suffered at the start. They're taking the low road right now. I'm sure they're putting something in the tank for an aggressive approach to the turning mark. We'll keep an eye on their order here. We're repositioned now off Hackett's, the second turning mark of the night, and Aunt Jean is leading the J35 class, and things have really softened up out here. So just when I commented that it was getting lighter, a nice puff rolls through here. We saw the Beasley Marine boat come through, do a nice move there at the turning mark, and now QA2 also getting their bow hooked and taking advantage of this nice puff. Back in towards Solly Point. Caught up with Endorphin leading their class around this turning mark. Nice recovery from these guys. They were on course side at the start. Really thrived in this flat water and moderate breeze. Perfect for that boat.
Must have gone the right way.
Yeah, look out. I mean, they are smooth through the water.
Yeah,
too.
that was a nice set.
Slush Fund hot on the heels. So let's watch these two as they make their way in. A little bit of a slower set on Slush Fund. Once they get it going, they're going to crank. I see what's happening there. Pull the gear through.
Yeah, it's a hard job. Nicely done, man.
Yeah, boom. Well done, guys. Back in towards the river a little bit. The lead J30 tonight, Ragdoll. These guys have really sorted it out. They won the last race of the first series. They won last week, and they're leading the class here this evening so far. So whatever they change their breakfast cereal, they change their approach to it. They've had 3 sweet races here. We're repositioned back off Chesapeake Harbor. Caught up with J22s, Allberg 30s, Cal 25s. Four Allberg 30s out this evening, just like last week, and a similar result. It's Lingen out in front of the class. They won the race last week, and they're en route to doing the same this week. Just behind the Allberg 30s is the Etchells class, and holding form again this week is 1097 Ed Holt. They won the race last week, and they're out in front so far this week. We've repositioned again. We're at Nun 8 for the final turn into the harbor. Caught up with Seikadu and Dark Horse. These two have been battling all night. Both of them kept their kites up as long as they could here. Save every second for this long last jib reach into the harbor. So a lot of long one-tack reaches tonight. It's a close reach into the harbor here. Caught up with Kevin McNeil, past Commodore of the Annapolis Yacht Club, and his crew. These guys were also on course side at the start and have spent a lot of time this evening picking their way back through the fleet.
It's Jonathan's fault, probably.
Yeah, I see Vice Commodore Bartlett there on the main. He probably was responsible for that OCS, I would guess, Bruce.
We're gonna hang it on him anyway.
Making our way into Spa Creek now. The wind is really funneling out the creek, so there's plenty of breeze in here for the beat to the finish. And as usual, the boats were all over the place out on the course, but here things really get compressed, and you see boats of all shapes and sizes tangling as they make their way up the creek.
It's a wedgie, Dave. Oh,
Yeah, that poor
they
Harbor 20.
swallowed the Harbor 20.
They did. A par
Oh my God.
30 and a J111 on either side. I always love this breeze direction out of the southeast where the wind funnels out the creek and makes it a straight upwind leg to the finish line. Plenty of tactics, plenty of rules exercises, and plenty of shifting around on the crew work. Hey, it turned into an absolutely beautiful evening on the Chesapeake Bay tonight for the Annapolis Yacht Club Wednesday night race, race 2 of Series 2. Southeasterly breeze stayed solid throughout the night, and it was a really nice night out on the water. Hey, we're joined by Dick Franio with the Boatyard Bar and Grill. Hugely successful Bands in the Sand last weekend. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And thank you for sponsoring ongoing sponsorship of the Annapolis Yacht Club Wednesday night race videos. So on behalf of T2P TV and the Boatyard Bar and Grill and the Annapolis Yacht Club, I'm Dave Gindel. Thanks for watching.